Hey everyone! So welcome back to our video. So Donald Trump, the former US president and media personality, now owns 6 homes. He is rumored to be considering a run for the White House again in 2024. But before his political career ended, the rich businessman amassed a substantial real estate portfolio, which he used for personal and business purposes. Amazing, right? Let's glance at Donald Trump's real estate empire, which includes his childhood home, his New York mansion, and his floundering Florida resort. Quick summary to the lavish properties that former president owns. Trump grew up in the upscale Jamaica estate section of Queens, New York City. He resided on campus during his stay at the New York Military Academy and afterward rented row houses in college. Trump relocated to an apartment on 75th Street in Manhattan in 1971 and has lived in a 3-level penthouse on the top floors of Trump Tower since its completion in 1983. In 1995, he bought the Seven Springs house in Bedford, New York. Trump moved into the White House in Washington, D.C., after being elected President of the United States. From 1946 until 2019, Trump declared New York as his primary state for presidents. In September 2019, Donald and Melania changed their primary residence to Mar-a-Lago in Florida. Trump left the White House on January 20, 2021, just before Joe Biden's inauguration. Here's an overview of Trump's own real estate holdings. Trump Tower Penthouse, New York City. The gilded 3-level penthouse at the top of the Trump Tower skyscraper at 725 Fifth Avenue is Trump's New York City apartment. His 14-year-old son, Barron, is said to have his own floor. His offices were also in the building, so he was used to living and working at the same address when he moved into 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. However, since a penthouse was designed after the Palace of Versailles with Rococo decor and a plethora of gold, the White House attacker may seem a little modest. Did Trump lie about his penthouse? During the presidential campaign, Trump gave Forbes a tour of the penthouse, claiming it was the best apartment ever built and boasting about its 33,000 square foot size, estimated at least $200 million. The problem is that according to Forbes, those comments were typical Trump, boastful and inaccurate. The home is actually 10,996 square feet and is valued at $54 million. Trump Tower, according to Bloomberg, has become one of the least desired condos in New York City due to its ties to the president. Not only are protests common near the door, but the city also painted Black Lives Matter in large block letters on the roadway in front of the building in July this year. Black Lives Matter in this city. Black Lives Matter in the United States of America, said Mayor Bill de Blasio, who was present for the event. Let's check out Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago property. All about Mar-a-Lago Palm Beach properties. It's no surprise that the president has spent approximately 378 days at a private residence in Mar-a-Lago and has spent 133 days there. Even though it is not a publicly owned or maintained facility and is a security nightmare, Trump declared in 2014 that the 128-room home built by serial heiress Marjorie Merriweather Post in 1927 is the grand estate of Palm Beach. He has also named it the Winter White House. Despite this, he has utilized a private club for official purposes, such as hosting Chinese President Xi Jinping for a 2-day conference in 2017. Marjorie Merriweather Post had long wanted Mar-a-Lago to be turned over to the public. Trump purchased a 17-acre property for $5 million in 1985 and transformed it into a private club 10 years later, spending $100,000 on 4 gold-plated sinks and building a 20,000-square-foot ballroom with $7 million in gold leaf. The pleasure of associating with Trump as a member now reportedly includes a $200,000 entrance fee, up from $100,000 pre-election. It doesn't end here, but with a minimum of $14,000 yearly dues and a $2,000 annual food. In the year 2014, Trump earned $15.6 million from the club. The Government Accountability Office attempted to quantify how much the president's numerous Mar-a-Lago visited cost taxpayers in 2017, but wasn't able to do so because the White House refused to give additional information. Trump's other 4 luxurious properties to visit. However, they did establish that 4 excursions to Mar-a-Lago by the president over a month in 2017 cost at least $13.6 million. In addition to Mar-a-Lago, the president has 3 other Palm Beach houses, valued at a total of $25 million. Trump Winery, Charlottesville, Virginia. The Trump Winery has a peculiar and long history. To summarize, Trump paid a bargain basement price of $8.5 million in a deal. It could ultimately be worth $170 million, netting him 1,100 Virginia acres. This includes the vineyards and winemaking operation that had been meticulously cultivated by its previous owner Patricia Klug. Patricia defaulted on her loans, after which the property was seized by the Bank of America and appointed his second eldest son Eric as president of the nascent Trump Winery. The 23,000-square-foot Albemarle House is now part of the Trump Hotels brand, rates starting at $299 per night, according to a recent search. While Trump claimed to own one of the largest wineries in the United States, at a press conference on August 15, the winery's website states that it is one of the largest wineries in the United States. But the winery's website states that it is a registered trade name of Eric Trump Wine Manufacturing LLC, which is not owned, managed, or affiliated with Donald J. Trump, the Trump Organization, or any of their affiliates. Trump also has 2 $1.5 million houses in Sterling, Virginia, near the Trump National Washington, D.C. golf course. 7 Springs, Bedford, New York. 7 Springs, one of Trump's most hidden mansions, features 60 rooms, 15 of which are bedrooms, as well as a bowling alley and 3 pools. He reportedly paid $7.5 million to buy the property in 1996, intending to turn it into a golf course. But it is still a private residence, probably because of the vehement opposition to the plan from local residents. According to Forbes, the property is now worth $24 million. The Trump family appears to utilize the 50,000-square-foot house, built in 1919 by former Federal Reserve Chairman and Washington Post editor Eugene Mayer. He was the father of Katharine Graham on a weekend and summer vacation, about 45 miles north of New York City. During the United Nations General Assembly meeting in 2009, Trump reportedly led the late Libyan dictator Muammar Gaddafi to camp in a tent there, perhaps unknowingly, because no hotels would accept Gaddafi as a guest. Trump National Golf Club, Bedminster Township, New Jersey. The Trump National, dubbed the Summer White House after Mar-a-Lago, is arguably the president's second favorite retreat after Mar-a-Lago. He also refers to his trips there as working vacations, while the Trump family owns cottages on the Bedminster, New Jersey site. The main house is a private club, open to members at an estimated fee of $350,000. In 2009, Ivanka Trump and Jared Kushner married there, and in 2015 they were granted permission to extend their cottage by 2,200 square feet. That was all for today's video. Hope you guys liked it. If yes, please give this video a big thumbs up, and don't forget to smash the subscribe button. We will be back at your screens with another amazing video. Till then, take care and bye-bye.